Hello students. Yesterday we have just solved previously asked questions in board examination from the chapter electromagnetic induction, and now in your RT post syllabus as their AC circuit and electromagnetic waves are in syllabus. So I will just discuss before that RT in RT5. So let's see some of the questions that is asked from this topic or this chapter AC circuits. So number of topics actually are contained in this chapter, like instantaneous value of current and voltage, RMS value of current and voltage, average value of current and voltage, and after that number of numericals based on that. First topic is that, and that is very important. After that if we design some of the AC circuits using the elements or components of the circuit, like the components of circuits are basically here that we will use capacitor, inductor and resistor. So if we are joining any resistor through the battery, then what will be the current and voltage drop there. Second things, if we are using capacitor, then what is the current and voltage, what is the phase relationship between current voltage in case of inductor, in case of capacitor if you are using, and if we are using combinations of resistor, capacitor and just inductor. So in that way we have a number of AC circuits, number of phase diagrams, number impedance, reactance. So all these things we have discussed, and theory and numerical both things are asked with the help of that. And later two applications of this AC circuit, and also the chapter of electromagnetic induction that we have studied. Here the application of both of them is here, as here we are talking about AC circuits, and in that applications, in that instruments we are using AC signals. So that's why after this chapter we have studied that. So there are two things that we have to discuss, that is AC generator and how to generate AC voltage or current. Second thing, transformer. So you know that how to increase or decrease power, or how can we just deliver powers anywhere. So for that we are using transformers. So transformer problems we have discussed already while in case of electromagnetic induction, as transformer works on the principle of mutual inductance. So that's why in that chapter we have discussed that. So here we will discuss only AC generator. So number of questions are asked from these topics. So let's see them. So first of all, topic is that what is the value of current and voltage, means average value of current over the AC cycle and average voltage of average value of voltage over the AC cycle. So actually here you know that in case of alternating signal, current flows in half cycle it flows in positive direction, in half cycle it is flowing in negative direction. So only here we are talking about the mean value of current over the half cycle, not over the whole cycle. So let's see how to derive the expression for this first. So first of all, the an AC signal that is represented by sine function, so that is E is equal to something A0 sine omega t. So you know that here this is the harmonic function, means AC signals move in the form of harmonic waves, and there omega is the angular frequency of that wave, and E0 is the maximum value of voltage here, or that is in case of wave we known as amplitude of the wave. So here in case of voltage, this is amplitude of the voltage, or simple you can say that this is the maximum value of the voltage. Second thing, if we have to find out current at any time t, instantaneous current or instantaneous voltage it is also called. So this is represented by I0 sine omega t. You can also use here cos omega t, as this thing you have discussed, you know already from chapter of wave motion. So I think there no need to again tell you that you can take cos also. Here you can take cos also, but because sine and cosine both of the functions that are representing harmonic wave or any progressive wave, so definitely you can take both of the things here. Now if suppose we have to calculate the mean value, so then first of all let's see what is the charge drawn charge sent by AC over the half cycle. After that, with the help of that charge, the time taken by it, we can just calculate what will be the value of current here. So as you know that, suppose that in dt time, dq charge that is sent over the cycle, then if I current is flowing in the circuit, then this will be equal to dq is equal to I dt. Now we can use the value of I here. The value of I for S, that is I0 sin omega t dt. Now the total charge, suppose the here this is the charge sent in the time dt. If we are talking about over the half cycle, it means that the overall time that will be equal to t by 2. So in that time, what is the charge value of charge that is just sent by the AC? So you can just find out that by integrating this factor over the value of half cycle. So here, as you know that here, if we have any circuit, then in that case, this whole of the circuit this is representing any sine wave, and this is first half cycle, the positive half cycle, that is negative half cycle, and we are just calculating the charge sent by the AC over this half cycle, any of the half cycle about which we are talking. So you know that this is a complete cycle that is given, and the time taken to complete one oscillation, that is known as its time period. So here the time will be, is at this we are taking time at this, suppose if it's voltage, then we can take it. So this will be equal to time period t. So obviously this half cycle will be just t by 2. So we can just integrate over the value for this value of charge or current over this 0 to t by 2 here. And now let's put the values here. So as I0 is constant, we can take it outside and we can write sin omega t dt here. And after that, if you will solve it, then after solution and after integration, after putting the values here, we can directly find out the value. I just want to write it directly. This will be 2I0 by omega here. Okay? And also if you will integrate it, then this will be value is Q. Next thing, if we have to calculate what is the value of charge that is sent by the AC over the half cycle, if we have the mean value of current over the cycle, that is Im. I is the current in one's complete cycle. If Im is the mean, or simple, if you are seeing in this case, then we can see that at different instant it will have different current. So if Im is the mean value of that current, then we can calculate what will be the overall mean charge that is sent to over an half cycle. So that we can calculate QAC, that is equal to Im into T by 2. Obviously current into time. So over the half cycle that we are talking, it means that time taken by there, that is T by 2. So obviously this is the charge that we have calculated, that is also the charge sent over the half cycle. This is also the charge sent over the half cycle. It means that both of the values are same. So just compare them. So we can write Im T by 2. This will be equal to 2I0 omega. So this is Im will be equal to 4I0 here omega into T. And also the value of omega t, you know the relation between omega and t, that is omega is equal to 2 pi by t, that relation you know already. So from here we can just find out what will be the value of omega t, that is equal to 2 pi. So directly let's put its value, that is 2 pi. So we will get here 2I0 divided by pi here. So this is the value of mean value of the current over the half cycle. In the same way, you can also derive expression for the mean value of the voltage also. So that value will also find out as this is Em is equal to 2E0 divided by pi. So with the help of the same way we can also calculate this value. So this is the value of mean current, value of current and mean value of voltage here. Next thing that we can calculate and that is important also, that is RMS value of current and voltage here. So question has been asked to derive the expression for these mean values of current and RMS values of current. So RMS values of current, first of all, what is the RMS value? So RMS value is that value of AC which would generate same amount of heat in same resistor in same time by some of the steady current. Clear? So simple, with the help of heat you can calculate what will be the RMS value. So again I just want to tell you, RMS value of AC circuit is that value which can generate heat, same heat in the same resistor in the same time through some steady current. Clear? So here we can represent RMS value of current or voltage by the first of all current, IRMS, I effective, I base. So in such a way, if you are seeing such the words, then they are representing RMS value of current here. So let's see, calculate it. Suppose that in dt time there is a production of ds heat in the through the resistor, then we can write out the value of ds, that is equal to I square R dt. Okay? Means the rate of change of heat is that is equal to I square R. If I is current that is flowing through the circuit and R is the resistor there. Next, over this complete cycle, if we want to see how much heat is dissipated there or how much energy is converted in form of heat, then to calculate this we can integrate this with over the complete cycle 0 to t here. So over this complete cycle this will be equal to R dt, and the value of R, that is, you know that is I0 sin omega t. Now you can put the value of I here, I0 sin omega t, and after that you can solve it easily. So I'm just putting that, you can solve it by this will be I square sin square omega t R dt. So from here I square RT, only I square R, this is constant here 0 to t sin square omega t dt. So this is the value that we have to integrate here, and after integration of sin square omega t, after putting this value, you can find out what is the value of heat here. So that value of heat, that is find out to be I square RT divided by 2. And again, if in circuit IRMS current that is flowing and that current is over the full cycle, so we can calculate what is the heat production through that current. So this will be equal to IRMS square RT. Means over the complete cycle, over one time period, what is the heat production in the system. So these both things are same. Here we have one thing taken by the direct concept, one is taken by the derivations in this way. So these two factors are constant and are the same. Then now we can take this or we can compare them. So let's compare them. After comparison we can calculate what is the value of IRMS square. So these two factors will be cancelled out. This will be equal to I square by 2, or IRMS, this is equal to I0 by root 2. So this is the RMS value of current, and in the same way we can derive an expression for the RMS value of voltage. So that will be ERMS is equal to E0 upon root 2. So these two things was important there, how to derive these expressions for IRMS and VRMS that we have, or ERMS, whatever you can write for the voltage. So let's solve now some of the numericals that are asked and that are important also. So first question, it is given that the instantaneous value of current in an AC circuit is I is equal to sin. So by t plus pi by 3. So it is given in the question the instantaneous value of current, means at any time t what will be the value of current over the AC cycle. Then we have to note at what first time the current will be maximum, means when what is the time at first time that when we are getting the maximum current. So this answer can be determined by two ways. So a direct way I just want to tell you here. If you will see the current, this is instantaneous, means current with variation of current with time. So at any instant the current is representing by this equation here. So obviously you are seeing that if it is one complete cycle, so or you can say that in the case of wave and oscillation you have studied that this is one complete oscillation or one complete cycle of wave, and the time taken to complete one cycle, that is known as its time period. So see, it is the time period of this cycle. Then this will be the equal to t by 2. Obviously this will be equal to just this half cycle, half of this, so this will be equal to t by 4. So this is the first point where we are getting maximum value of current. So it means that at t is equal to t by 4 we will get maximum value of current. So simple here, at t is equal to t by 4 the first maximum value of current that can be obtained, and we have to just find out what is this time. So to find out time, what we need here, that we are needing, that is here this value of time period. So firstly here, first of all let's just compare this equation by the value of instantaneous value of current here, that is I is equal to I0 sin omega t plus phi, where I0 is the maximum value of current, omega is angular frequency, phi is phase change or phase difference between the signals. So here in with the help of that, the value of omega after comparison we can find out that is equal to 100 pi, and we know that omega is equal to 2 pi by t. This is equal to 100 of pi, or from here we can calculate what is the value of t. So that will be obtained 2 by 100 or 1 by 50 seconds. Now as we have calculated value of t here, then we can put here and we can find out at which time the first time current will be maximum. So this will be maximum at t by 4. So value of t is 1 by 50 upon 4. If we will solve, this is equal to 1 by 200 seconds. So at this time, first time the current will be maximum. So next question that is asked in 1 year, I think 2013. Then if this is the question related to this instantaneous value of current and voltage, and first of all here RMS value of current and voltage. So here one question is a light bulb is rated 100 watt for 220 volt AC supply of 50 hertz. So here three things are mentioned in the question. First is that the power of the bulb, that is equal to 100 volt. The value of the voltage here that is given. Then first of all you have, you know already the current, that is current or voltage that is in your house, that is already RMS values of the current. So it means that ERMS it is given. So ERMS is equal to 220 volt. It is given to us, and the frequency F is equal to 50 hertz. This is given. Then first we have to find out what will be the resistance in the bulb. So one by one let's see that. So your first question is that what is the value of resistance. Then we know that the value of resistance that is given by P is equal to E RMS square upon R. Yeah? So with the help of that easily you can calculate what is that. So the value of R, this is equal to RMS whole square divided by T, and we have the value of the RMS where we have the value of T. So that is obtained 484 ohm. The second question is here, that is what is the RMS current through the bulb. So as we have calculated what is the resistance in the circuit, we have already the value of ERMS, then you can calculate what is the RMS value of current. So this will be equal to ERMS divided by R. So if you will solve it, then its value that is obtained, that is 0.5 amperes. So next question is that an alternating voltage is equal to 140 in 314 P. It is given in your question that is connected across a pure resistor of 50 ohm. So here a resistance that is given, that is equal to 50 ohm. Then we have to find out first what will be the frequency of the source. Second, what is the RMS current through the resistor R. So to find out the frequency, first of all let's just compare this equation by this is equal to 0 sin omega t. So here the value of omega that is equal to 314, and we have to find out frequency. Then you know that omega is equal to 2 pi f. We have this is 314, and if we will find out f, that this will be equal to 314, value of 2, value of 1 pi, you can write it, and after solution this is obtained 50 hertz. So this is the frequency in this case that is given. Second case we have to find out, that is RMS current through this resistor R. So here to find out RMS current, first of all we have if we will just compare, then the value of E0 that is equal to 140. Then we can calculate what will be the value of I0 here. Value of I0 is equal to E0 by R here, and after that you can calculate what is the RMS value of the current. So obviously this value is equal to I0 by root 2. We have the value of I0 that is E0 by R. For root 2 if we will solve it, then directly we can find out its value, and its value is equal to 9.8 amperes. So these are the basic questions that are asked by this topic, that instantaneous value of current and voltage. So next thing that we will discuss, that is about the circuits. Like if we have different circuits, or we are just joining any component or element of the circuit with the help of any battery, then what will be the value of instantaneous current and voltage, whether the voltage and current they are moving in the same direction or with the same time, means if they are, means if there is any time lag between them or not. So we can find out all these things. So let's see them. So next question is from the paper, that is from 2017. So the question that is asked here with the circuit that we have discussed before, that is we have different types of components that we have to join with the battery. Like if with the battery we are joining any inductor, any capacitor, any resistor, or the combination of them. So basically the important factor here that is the LCR circuit. So in case of LCR circuit, what will be the phase difference between current and voltage, and what will be the impedance of the circuit, what is reactance of the circuit. So that's our important factor, and quality factor, power factor, all these things. So here one question that is given, and for that one circuit is given. So this is, we have one inductor and a capacitor that is attached with it, and a resistor is also. So these three are in series, that is given, and the value of inductor that we have 100 millihenry, value of capacitor that is 2 microfarad, and value of resistor that is 400 ohm, and the instantaneous value of this voltage that is V0 sin 1000 t plus 5. Then we have to find out what will be the value of pi here. So as we know that the phase difference between current and voltage in case of LCR circuit, that is given by pi is equal to tan inverse omega L minus 1 upon omega C divided by R. So directly with the help of this formula we can find out what will be the value of phase difference between current and voltage. So as value of omega we can just see this here. This, if you will compare this equation by is equal to V0 sin omega t plus phi, then from there we can find out what will be the value of omega. So that is 1000 here. So let's put the values here. So tan inverse value of omega we have, that is 1000. Value of L it is given 100 millihenry. So when if you will change it, then this will be equal to 10 power minus 1 Henry here, minus 1 upon value of omega we have, that is 1000. Value of C, this is 2 microfarad we have. So if you will change this, this will be 2 into 10 power minus 6 divided by value of R, that we have 100 ohm. Sorry, 400 ohm. It is just a second. Let's just erase it. Now if you will solve this equation, then the value of phi, this is equal to tan inverse, this will be 100, this will be equal to 10 power minus 6, and obviously here 10 power 3 is, so overall it will be 10 power minus 3, and if you solve it, then this will be 10 power 3 by 2, and again you can solve it 10 power 3 by 2, so this will be equal to 50 into 10 to the power 2, okay, or 10 power 1 exactly, and divided by all of the things, that is 400, and this is equal to tan inverse 100 minus, this will be equal to 500 divided by 400 here. So here actually this is the difference. You can take whatever the factor is greater, to which you can take the difference easily. So finally this is equal to tan inverse 400 divided by 400, or tan inverse 1. So 1 is the value of for tan pi by 4. So we can write down that values here. So finally the value of pi, that will be equal to tan inverse tan pi by 4. So it means that this is equal to pi by 4. So here the phase difference between current and voltage for this the given circuit of LCR, that is equal to pi by 4. And easily you can see by the factor tens and impedance whether the current is leading or voltage is leading here. So students, the thing that we have discussed, that is now clear, and here as from AC circuit chapters, number of questions has been asked. I have just told you, like some of the numerical problem based on instantaneous current and also instantaneous voltage, RMS current. This question is very important, and basically the numerical problems on that is important, and we have discussed the numerical problem that is asked. And also after that we have a number of circuits like LCR, the basically most important circuit that you have to study, that is LCR circuit, because the so many questions actually that have been asked with the LCR circuit. So later that questions we will discuss also. And next thing is that here two types of instruments that we have to study, or that is AC generator, means the device through which we can generate AC current voltage, and also secondary thing is that transformers. So the discussion on transformer we have done already, so there we will not do that again. So basically questions that are asked from the transformer, that is the diagram of transformer, working principle of transformer, and also what is the working and types of transformers, and most important things, how many types of losses in the transformer, and how can you just write the mathematical form of that losses. And later some of the questions based on the efficiency, transformation ratio, number of secondary, number of primary turns, and current in primary, current in secondary. So such types of questions we have discussed. I think that now that is clear, students. So if that things are clear, then let's discuss next of the rest of the papers in next class. There we will discuss the questions from AC circuit and also AC generators that has been asked already. So let's see them next class. So for today let's end it here.